Hello, everyone. Welcome to another beautiful race at GSA. You got the Division 2 race between Momo and BroMario. Two runners. I know Momo's been been around for a while, and BroMario kind of an up and comer. So let's see how both of them played throughout this race. My co-commentator, I think he lost something. It might be his hearing, maybe, but he'll be back. I promise. So we're waiting on both runners to ready up, get this thing going. And while we're waiting, just gonna mention Pace, legendary live event going on in Maryland, I think. Oh, do I have a co-commentator now? I don't hear him at all. GSA? What is GSA? It is Global Speedrunning Association. That's what it stands for. Hopefully taking speedrunning to the next level, bringing esports into it.
Hello? Here we
Hello.
go.
Here we go, indeed. Electric
So sorry
barely
about
making
that.
time.
Yeah, I don't know who to blame, whether it's Microsoft, Logitech, or whoever made the audio setup in my computer. Who knows? But we're here. We have some Mario in front of us. Tama, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. How about you?
Doing pretty well, especially now that my audio is actually working. Ready to see some Mario between BroMario and Momo. Commentated one of Momo's previous races. I'm really excited to hopefully see a bunch of Stargets in the chat again today. We'll see if Momo's fans are coming in strong. And meanwhile, BroMario, he's been playing pretty stellar in the past few games I've seen him in.
Yeah, actually, fun fact. There is an exhibition race, not for GSA, but for a different event. It was Wilco versus BroMario in 120 star. And BroMario went from like a 148 to 145 and 120 in that one
Wow.
race. So BroMario is
Incredible.
definitely someone who shows up in tournaments or exhibitions.
Yeah, and really wild to see someone get a PB in a race. It kind of reminds me of when ZFG got the OOT Hundo world record in the middle of a exhibition race.
And I watch Momo's race, and he's very consistent and does a lot of consistent strats. Doesn't really put it all on the line, but he does get times that matches consistency.
Oh yeah, I mean, when you sacrifice some of the strats that only save like maybe a second at best, you can still get some pretty stellar times as long as you're consistent at everything else. And both
Yeah.
these guys obviously consistent at bomb clip. Very nice. Still got that near synchronization, but we'll see if that is maintained going through Womps. And both of them opting for right. I believe this castle movement saves like maybe a second, correct?
Yeah, it saves about a second. The way they did it isn't the optimal way to do it, but it's pretty easy to get it. The biggest issue with that movement is you can touch the door on your way over to the slide.
I see.
Yeah, and you don't want to do that.
It brings up a text box and everything.
Yeah.
Let's see, chat, give us some guesses. I'm going to go ahead and do a 12-7 on both, actually.
13 on Momo. Oh, he doesn't get a 13 by like a frame. Are you serious? I was barely off.
Yeah, co-commentator has that script out, just m0m0 deciding not to follow it. That'll be a bit of a dock of pay.
Oh no.
BroMario with that 12-6. Dock of pay on m0m0's side, not you. You don't have anything to worry about.
Thank you.
Let's see how Womps goes for both of these guys. I mean, pretty near sync overall. BroMario with about a second lead, give or take. Or
Yeah.
actually, that may be due to looking at the two timers. Looks like maybe a bit of a sync issue. So could be that
Yeah.
m0m0
We're trying to sync
right
it
on
up.
his tail. And BroMario going with that 100 coin movement first. Smart idea from him.
Hmm.
m0m0 with that real nice Owlus movement though.
Oh, BroMario's gonna miss the cycle with that mistake.
Yeah,
It's
but
not too costly.
it can be really hard to actually get on top of that platform. But that, ooh, you
That's
don't
gonna
see
be
that slide
costly.
too often.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's like 15 seconds lost.
I don't even know really what cycle that was ending him up on. That's
He's gonna
tragic.
get he's gonna get half cycle if he made it up.
Just real unfortunate fall there.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
m0m0,
and he
let's
missed
see. Ooh, missing cannonless there. I
Yeah,
think he
that's a
was
bit
actually
of a hit.
I think he was actually going for that the full setup, so bit of a shame. Could have been doing texture, was a bit too focused on BroMario's 100 coin baubles.
Yeah, same. Oh, and Mama bonks on his way back in.
Ooh, that's rough. I mean, with how often you have to practice the painting re-entry movement, it's it's not often you get to see a bonk there, that's for sure.
Yeah, you do it every run, and that's practice. Alright, back for full setup again. This time he gets it.
Nice and free. Nice and free. So let's see. m0m0, both of them having a couple of issues in Womps. I think m0m0 with a slight lead, at least in star count, but could also just be due to BroMario going for that 100 coin first. I think that's actually the case.
Yeah, I think m0m0 is in the lead, but that depends on whether or not his 100 coin goes well, because BroMario's 100 coin lost a lot of time.
And here he's approaching where BroMario started to lose time, missing that blue coin, having a lot of trouble actually going back for the grab.
Yeah,
Looking
he did a
almost in
double
slow
jump on
motion.
accident.
Yeah, so he's committing to that half cycle right now.
Yeah, Sally's gonna miss it because of that blue coin fumble.
But ultimately, I think it's safe to say that he's saving time over BroMario, just because, especially at the end of the 100 coin, he's going to be able to skip a few of the coins that BroMario was forced to grab due to some of the earlier misses. And committing to grabbing all the ones in that ring, I think is definitely going to... Oh yeah, 93 coins. Really rare that you see someone finishing out the red coin route with so many coins.
Yeah. He's doing like the easiest route.
But it's certainly going to pay off for him.
For sure. He got the same cycle, but is overall a lot better than BroMario.
And especially the movement over to the second star, I think, is going to save him at least a little bit of time. Double m0m0 star gets. I see them coming out in the chat. Very nice. It's always nice to see a racer getting so much support from their home team.
Yeah, but shockingly enough, BroMario still has a little bit of a lead.
And despite that 100 coin mistake, it's definitely looking to be in BroMario's favor going into Dark World. We'll see if it's the same way coming out of it.
Are you hinting towards something?
I mean, you know, who knows? Commentators looking forward in the script a little bit. Not supposed to do that, but, you know, could be some interesting sights in store in BroMario in the script. And for m0m0 as well. Who knows? Dark World always, you know, one of those really, really early twist points. The m0m0 Ding Dong always coming out in full force for Dark World. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. There are some people who are not very strong in Dark World, especially in races.
It's a hard stage to be strong in. There's a lot that's getting thrown at you really early on in the race. It's definitely a spike in difficulty when you compare it to the levels that you're just freshly coming out of. I mean,
Yeah.
Womps is certainly an outlier, but Dark World is certainly up there with some of the stages in the upstairs as far as difficulty is concerned. But before that, we've got another slide in store for us. BroMario and m0m0 going into the slide. What's your prediction on this, Tama?
Double 12-8.
Double 12-8. You know, I think BroMario is going to be pulling a little bit of that luck from earlier with the 12-7, but m0m0, I think, going to be pulling that 12-9 again, actually.
Dang, I was already wrong.
BroMario with the 12-7, you know, commentator bothering to look forward in the script definitely helps you when making these predictions.
Oh my god.
And a 12-9 from m0m0. You know, I can't say that I'm psychic, but I have to say there's a little bit of future foresight involved. That's for sure. Let's see how BroMario goes with these twins.
Barely picking them up.
Yeah, I mean,
Usually, the way you want to grab them is Mario has a giant grab box over his head while he's flying, and you want to grab that. You want to grab the coins with that instead of going into them.
yeah, that's what I was about to say. The grab box under Mario is virtually non-existent, so to split them like that, definitely a bold move, but it seems to have worked out for him. Same with m0m0. It's really nice to see people succeed in wing cap. I've seen a fair number of Mario meltdowns just due to missing
Yeah,
one of the twins, missing one of the later stars. I mean, sorry, coins. It's very easy to lose a lot of time in wing cap, and that just does not make for a good race. But so far, these guys still within a good amount of time of each other, probably about a 10-second lead for BroMario, maybe less.
yeah,
And Dark World has proven to be the great equalizer before, so we'll see how it ends up for these two.
yeah. It's a little over a 10-second lead, like an 11.
And BroMario with that handy shake cycle so far. And m0m0 having issues actually pressing down the button. Not sure what's worse, that or the burn. I think a burn would have been worse, but not by much.
It still makes Shake if he does this well, so
Right,
it's not
Shig
awful.
fairly lenient. I mean, you see by them not even going for the rollout on that second red coin, Shig, you have a fair amount of time to lose across the whole stage. But you can't lose any major time. Like what m0m0 just lost with that ledge grab, I think is probably going to cost him Shig officially. Or
I think
just
that did cost him.
it looks like a normal cycle there with how much time he lost on both the switch and that red coin fail grab. And let's see how they end up. Going into CCM, really the
So
last big potential to time lose in the lobby.
yeah, so despite the commentator calling out Dark Hole, nothing too awful happened to Dark Hole.
Yeah, relatively tame for the time being. You know, maybe Dark World decided it's messed up enough races, so it's gonna go ahead and take a little bit of a back seat for this one. You know, it it has to share the run killing potential with a number of other stages. So, you know, maybe there was a dark room deal between Dark World and Fire Sea, for instance. You know, maybe Fire Sea is going to be
Yeah,
the big time loss in this run. Who knows?
under the table deals right there, and Mubbo bringing out the paparazzi, getting some extra lag for his fans.
Yep. Definitely, there's a lot of time that can be saved just from paying attention to your camera movement. Camera movement is not only important for setups, but also for the occasional lag reduction. You don't really see a whole lot of it required since we're skipping JRB, but with the inclusion of Triple D in the run, definitely a decent number of points where the camera movement will really optimize your time just by saving those lag frames.
Yeah. All right, CCM, man.
Yep.
Definitely a scary stage at some times.
Especially
Mainly
if
the
you end
100
up
one.
going for yeah, CCM 18 can make it very Monka-esque, but hopefully these guys not having any major issues. It's really rare to see someone have big issues with the CCM 18 route, but when it does happen, it's certainly a shame to see.
Yeah.
Do you
And
happen to
Momo,
remember the I think it was Cheese. I can't remember who he was facing, but
it was
both of
Cheese
them.
versus Benji.
Yeah, where both of them actually missed. I think it was with Cheese missed a couple of coins going into the cabin, and then with Benji it was missed a coin on the slide somewhere. Either way, both of them actually missing the 100 coins on the slide, causing just a huge ruckus having to
Yeah.
figure out how to back that up.
And it was funny because they both probably internally thought this race is over. Like I just lost 2 minutes. It's not even worth continuing.
And m0m0 going for the beginner strat with wall kicks will work. Wall kicks working out for both of our guys, though BroMario pulling out the advanced strat there and making it work for him. Seen numerous people fail that for whatever reason, either not getting a good wall kick dive or even actually missing the star on the ending movement there, but both of them making quick work of that star.
Yeah, for sure.
And BroMario going in for his 100 coin. Will he go for the safety red? And
Looks like he
it's
does.
Yep, pulling that wide movement there. But I mean, going for a safe red, definitely the move for a race, losing give or take 4 or 5 seconds in exchange for not having the potential to lose a good 2 minutes. I think it's a pretty fair trade-off.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it loses a lot, for sure. Oh, he misses 1 coin, but he has an extra coin on the slide still.
Right, that's the real importance of that safety red.
Yeah,
Being
without
able
it,
to,
that would be the only coin you can miss.
yeah, and certainly with the way the Penguin's been behaving so far, definitely not what you want to see. 85 going into that last little movement, very nice.
Yeah,
Going to
that's
be
exactly what you want.
yeah, real easy to make it back to the star now. Looks like he's actually going
Oh,
off of the audio
m0m0.
cue there. What even was that? Very, very weird grind there almost. Can't say I've
Yeah,
seen that slow movement like that before. What's Murmo going for in exchange?
he's just gonna reset himself and go back up. He just didn't
Really
jump high
unfortunate
enough.
time loss,
Yeah, for sure.
especially for the 100 coin that BroMario just pulled off oh so well, going in for his last star in CCM. And he's cementing the fact that he's going to be doing HMC late, no double pillarless, smart move for a race. You know, despite your hard work on making a good fast setup for pillarless, certainly better to go ahead and play it safe with 18 stars going into the basement.
Yeah, and BroMario's timer actually showing that, I don't know if he's running against his real PB, but he's only a second off, leaving CCM.
I could certainly believe it being against his real PB. With that mess up on 100 coin, you know, definitely costing him some time, but everything else has been really solid from him so far.
And now m0m0's gonna follow right into BBH. BBH is kind of like a pretty chill stage after you get the balcony star out the way. It's pretty
Right.
short. Nice breather before basement.
Yeah, the boo movement can be kind of scary, especially since you can't see Mario after you actually kill the boo. But um, with as much practice as these guys can put into these stars, you know, with the practice ROM allowing you to just reset to any point in the stage instantaneously with one button push, really efficient practice can be made. And this boo star is no exception. You just knock out like an hour or two of practice on it, and you're getting it 9 out of 10 times for sure.
Yeah. And BroMario opting for the safer method of doing the boost star. Losing a little bit of time over the long jump kill, but it's consistent.
And with as sizable of a lead as he has at the moment, you definitely want to be going for the consistent strats at the moment.
Yeah. Doing a little kick over his way to the door. Don't agree with the kick. The kick, people think it actually saves time in the kick at any point, but you lose speed. You have more running speed than when you kick.
Yeah, and maintaining that momentum is really the name of the game. I agree there. The kicks, I think people kind of have this mentality of more complex has to be faster, but in some cases that's just not what happens.
Yeah.
Let's see, BroMario with the dive grab on Mips, perfectly executed. No issues here.
Could
But
definitely be an issue on English too, but he's on Japanese.
yeah, same MIPS both times. Definitely makes things a bit easier in practice at least. Now let's see what type of plus he's going for. Looks like he's going for the one, the only Thomas setup. And
Oh
it's
no.
just barely not working for him.
He tried to
Doesn't
play it a little
line
bit more
up there.
safe. He didn't get his glitchy double jump out. He hit a frame too late or something. It's really hard to tell, but he definitely hit A late, and he didn't get glitchy double jump. He's gonna go back for the safe plus, getting the high single jump. This time he gets the timing.
Yep. Little bit too close to that box for comfort, but making it work either way. Nice and
m0m0 been
fairly
having
quick actual
medium.
clip. And let's see m0m0. m0m0's height is good. If he gets this clip, making up a pretty considerable amount of time over BroMario.
Yeah, this is a close race now.
Yep. Just goes to show one little death on, and I mean, if you actually think of the amount of time spent on a plus attempt, it's really not that expensive of a death grand scheme. But in the context of a race, and I mean, in the context of racing against a PB, every second counts, and m0m0 proving that right now, gaining a probably about half of that deficit back up just with one mistake on plus.
Yeah. It was pretty crazy because BroMario went over to the fly guide start and he did the single jump strat, which is a pretty tight window.
Yeah, so he must be feeling the pressure, maybe a bit of self-inflicted pressure, knowing about the time that he's lost and, you know, potentially not actually knowing about the lead that he has, could be feeling a bit more self-conscious than he should. And that could, we'll see how that plays out through the rest of the race. But if he keeps going for those consistently risky strats, one of them may fail and cost him pretty dearly. But at the moment, BroMario with a pretty sizable lead going into Triple L, gonna boil this big bully. Say that 5 times fast. Kind of a tongue twister.
Yeah, I kind of don't want to do that.
I
Oh,
don't blame you,
BroMario
that's
getting
for sure.
burned. His life's on the line right there. Almost
Just,
dying.
just barely making that final jump work off of those falling platforms. The timing was just barely good enough for him to be able to make it back up.
Yeah,
And
that's good recognition.
those platforms in particular, they like twirl as they fall, right?
Yeah,
And so unlike the Rainbow Ride platforms or some of the ones in like Odyssey, for instance, those can be really unforgiving if you time the long jump just wrong, take that bonk, all of a sudden you're on a twirling falling platform. Not conducive to any sort of backup. BroMario, though, very nice triple bully kill.
yeah, he's not giving m0m0 a whole lot of time to save here.
But he does still have both the Volcano Stars left to go, so we'll see if he's able to execute well on both of these and ensure that m0m0, excuse me, isn't going to be taking any sort of lead going into the Triple
Oh,
D.
he doesn't get the bully kill twice.
He just barely holding onto that corner. But m0m0 with a much better movement on those stairs, saving a couple of seconds, but losing probably about as much to the big bully kill. So
Yeah,
m0m0 ultimately not putting himself in a position to save any time over BroMario in Triple L.
definitely tough to save time in such a consistent stage overall. There isn't a whole lot of places where you can lose a bunch of time in a stage.
Yeah, once you put the practice in on the volcano movement, it's definitely hard to lose a substantial amount of time unless you get really bad RNG with the bullies, or in BroMario's case, they're falling a little bit too far away from the star, not able to get the grab, and having to wait just a little bit to actually roll back up and be able to turn around.
Alright, let's see how the Volcano Stars go. He's going to start with Lava Boost, but he's not going to do Lava Boost anymore.
Yep, that's
he's
pretty
still
well
gonna
sealed his fate.
Okay, he's going to do triple jump. Oh, he gets burned again. He's probably going to back out now, yeah. I definitely agree with backing out at that point.
Smart move there. And timing the jump too perfectly, not able to actually get the platform
Oh,
moving.
m0m0 barely making onto the elevator, also failing Lava Boost.
Really unfortunate. BroMario trying to hand m0m0 an opportunity to pull ahead, but m0m0 just saying, "Nah, man, you take this lead for now. You got it."
Yeah, now we both have to go back for Lava Boost. It really sucks when Lava Boost is your last star.
And the pressure really starts to mount, and BroMario having to go for the triple jump setup yet again. Not sure if that's what he goes for most often, but looks good
like
this time around. And if you're familiar with what normal Lava Boost looks like, you can see just how much of a height increase triple jump gives you there. Meanwhile, m0m0 missing Lava Boost, and I mean, m0m0 could have saved a decent amount of time using a quicker lava boost setup, and especially with BroMario going for poleless and ending up getting the pole grab on the end. But
He
m0m0
actually does
again
do
just
a slightly faster one.
yeah, but just man, m0m0 seems to be making mistakes just at the perfect times that BroMario also has been making them. So not able to save himself any constructive amount of time. But both of them going to be moving into Triple D within about 15 seconds of each other. So anything can still happen, especially given that we still have Fire Sea to go.
Yeah, for sure.
And BroMario just eating a fair bit of lag going into some of these treasure chests. For whatever reason, the N64 just cannot seem to handle the water
Oh,
levels properly.
he definitely dropped some swims right there when he turned his camera. He got a bunch of lag.
Yeah, and another really kind of cool feature of the practice ROM is a lag frame counter. It'll actually tell you how many frames of lag you've had over the course of a level. And when you try to do, especially the substar here, that counter just starts ticking like a standard timer.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild how much lag you actually incur.
m0m0 actually doing an interesting setup for chest, but he didn't get nearly as much lag as BroMario did.
Yeah, and you can already see a pretty decent lead makeup from m0m0's side. I'm imagining he'll go for a rear sub, which BroMario seems to be going for pretty consistently, pretty smoothly. Nice camera movement and all. So m0m0 not really going to be able to save any time here, but BroMario's still got the mana to contend with, and as simple as the start can be, it's also one that can go dramatically wrong in a variety of ways.
Yeah. Oh, m0m0 taking a slip.
Yeah, and
His
having to
feet were
turn the
a little
camera
wet.
around like that, you can just see the lag frames. I mean, it's the game
Yeah.
just slows down to just churning. And I mean, it's kind of funny to think about in a way. When you look at some later games for the N64, like Bad Fur Day or really any of Rareware's later titles, it's kind of a wonder that the game lags so badly on the sub. It just goes to show how poorly optimized the game really is for the N64 lifespan. I mean, as early as it came out, you can't really expect any better, but just knowing what the N64 is capable of, it's kind of a shame that you get so much lag right there.
Yeah, BroMario eating a lot of lag too, and he bonks. Oh no.
Yeah, that really pretty much kills any chance of an early cycle. But I mean, at least I think that's probably the fastest way to miss that red coin, honestly.
There's a little faster way, but it's pretty hard to get that like on purpose or an
Right.
accident, really.
And purposely missing a red coin, sort of a bold move for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
BroMario with
m0m0.
the kind of rage camera tilts. Let's see if m0m0 can make up any decent time though. So I think
Don't think so.
early cycle might still be on the table, but it's gonna require some really fast movement. But getting the triple jump, so it could happen.
I think it's too low. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely not going
Oh,
for the required stair
and
movement.
he
And
getting bullied, dude. Oh no.
what was that long jump? Kind of a... I don't know if he was just kind of trying to waste time on purpose there, but if he
But he was
wasn't...
just trying to get to the next part, and he didn't have the right angle.
Uh, missing the red coin too. What a shame.
Yeah,
Dino
this
Bros.
part, I guess.
It's only that one area that lags so badly, and I mean, if you look at other titles for the system, they also... Mario 64 is probably the least laggy of them all. It's just kind of interesting to see how it struggles so much with what's ultimately a simple area. Meanwhile, BroMario with the nice Bowser kill. Let's see if m0m0 can match, but m0m0 burning one of his pretty... I think it's really his biggest chance to save time over BroMario.
Yeah. Before Tippy, at least. And that's kind of how Fire Sea goes a lot of the time. You either get a really good one or everything just goes downhill.
Right. I mean, it's really difficult to go anywhere in between. I mean, getting an early cycle with a bad ending is something that a lot of players are having to deal with and just cope with. But aside from that, I mean, when you end up missing that early cycle, it's really easy to just get really far into your own head and think to yourself, "Man, I'm losing so much time here," and just focus so much on what's gone wrong that you end up making even more mistakes later on down the line.
Yeah. Oh, that Skeeter looked like he was about to get killed by the ground pound on the blue switch. That would have been so cool.
Yeah, would have been probably the best RNG that you could really hope for.
Yeah.
Let's see how the box decides to treat BroMario, opting for. Normally, you see people try to tilt the camera so that they can actually see the coins, but BroMario just hoping that it goes well, and ultimately the RNG treating him okay.
Getting chased by that amp though.
And that amp is honestly, especially casually, really difficult to avoid. Um, when you're going behind the pillar there and you can't actually see Mario, you just have to depend on tilting the stick to where Mario stays close enough to the platform to avoid the amp, but not goes so far into the pillar that you actually lose all your speed.
Yeah, that's one of those things where a lot of people can't really notice that unless they actually speedrun themselves.
And it's a lot of running this game involves getting Mario really, really close to a wall so that you can either like execute some sort of small skip or just go through a section faster, but not getting him so close to the wall that you actually wall jump off of it or just lose all your momentum. You see it really particularly in I think it's Watch for Rolling Rocks. You want to jump into the wall at just the right angle to get a wall jump off of it, and you often see players lose just a little bit of time by sliding across it, having to
What
go
a
for the wall jump instead.
That was actually a crazy save from BroMario. He failed triple jump wall kick and he got a ledge grab on reaction.
Probably a bit more luck based rather than actual reaction based, because I mean, failing the triple jump wall kick like that certainly hard to actually really do anything about it once you realize that it's failing.
You can kind of tell if you're too low or you're too far to the left, but it's really hard to react to it. Alright, second attempt. Let's see if it goes better this time, and it does.
Yep, very nice movement on top of that platform. Barely getting that ground pound in on the actual block. Oop.
Oh, having a little trouble with the wall kicks. Had like 4 extra wall kicks, but it's all fine. Better than falling down.
Right, recovering it and being able to land on the platform is really the most important part. Or, sorry, recovering it and not having to land on the platform definitely saved him a decent chunk of time there.
Yeah, it also saves lag.
And talking about lag, I mean, it's kind of amazing how much the elevator actually makes the game lag.
Yeah.
Just more little things like the cage on a Tiny Huge Island, or sorry, Tall Mountain. It's amazing how one little monkey cage can make the game lag so much when you're going for that top of the mountain star.
For sure. And you notice that on that elevator star, a lot of people get dust on their rollout. That's because if you hit the box with a good rollout, you have to pick up those coins or you'll get so much lag you can't even time your wall kicks in.
One of the few instances where you're actually wanting to get a kind of dusty rollout.
Yeah. Interesting they go for the same strat for the box star. Oh, I like what BroMario is doing right now, saving himself a frame.
You know, nice quote unquote backwards movement on those piranha plants.
Yeah, it's really hard to optimize it, but it definitely looks cooler.
And let's see if m0m0 opts for that or for secrets first. Going for secrets instead, so we're going to be able to see both of them go for secrets about simultaneously. m0m0 losing all of his momentum to failing to get up on top of that wall.
Yeah, nice backup though. Didn't get hit by a Flame Lord Goomba on his way over. And BroMario's gonna save secrets for last. Goes for the mountain clip, but he didn't have the right angle.
Yeah, really unfortunate, but I mean, with a single star lead, I can see BroMario going for things like that Failing it doesn't lose a lot of time. Succeeding at it doesn't gain a lot of time, but it just looks cool at the end of the day. And let's see m0m0 going for his own piranha plants. Or, sorry, top of the mountain.
Yeah.
I doubt he's going to be going for the mountain clip here.
No.
Really no reason to, since I think it at best saves a third of a second. BroMario not able to get on top of that platform, so about the same secrets time, if I had to guess.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right. They both struggled quite a bit with that star. So BroMario's lead pretty retained for the most part. But this is the stage right here. This is where everything starts to get really tough upstairs.
Yep, I mean, Tall Mountain, when you're dealing with multiple mountain clips, when you're dealing with the potential breezeless, I mean, there's just so much that can go wrong in this stage. Even red movement is so precise, especially on those mushrooms. It's really, really easy to take a dab.
Yeah. First mountain clip for Mario. Probably gonna go for wall kick. He gets an instant clip too. A little late on the clip, but definitely gonna save time over m0m0. Instant clip is something that's really hard to get consistently.
And that triple jump movement on top of that wall, you see a lot of players having to take just kicks up that wall, and definitely saves a good few seconds to be able to land your triple jump there.
Yeah. It's a good first star for BroMario. m0m0's gonna have pretty much a really, really hard time matching that. Has to swim up instead of getting an instant warp.
And he's also able to land the triple jump, but BroMario able to land it a second time for the top of the mountain star. And looks like m0m0 going for top of the mountain first. Don't exactly support that decision. I think, if I remember correctly, the top of the mountain star going for that first makes the cage star spawn. Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
So he's going to be incurring some extra lag when he goes up there for his waterfall star. Not exactly sure why you'd order them like that.
Yeah, I think he forgot to hold left on star select.
Must have. And we're kind of at that really awkward phase at the moment where that strat's so new that people are still having to remember to do that, remind themselves to do it.
No, I think he just forgot to hold left so he can despawn it.
Oh, right.
Star despawns.
Right, my bad. Was thinking too hard about that new strat, holding left on the star select to make saving continue without saving.
But luckily for him, he ledge grabbed, so he got to the easier ending.
And nice breeze star. Aside from that ground pound, you know, maybe forgetting that he wasn't doing breezeless, ground pounding just a bit early there.
Yeah, I'm kind of jealous that the Chuckia didn't grab him, because every time I do CTM, I get grabbed by Chuckia, and it's starting to make me really angry. I just want to see everyone get grabbed.
Chuckia just too accurate. And I think that's the last time you see a Chuckia in the game.
Yeah, it is.
Aside from if you're going for the cannon strat in or cannon star in Rainbow Ride. BroMario missing the breeze. So, you know, you might actually get your wish.
Just gonna run around him.
Chuckia trying to get in position, but can't seem to handle the edge of that cliff for whatever reason.
I think the only other Chuckia is in Sky. m0m0 taking it pretty safe on the reds. Alright, probably the hardest star in SL right here. Avoiding the invisible. And he gets over there. Doesn't get his dive roll out, but it's better than falling down. It's crazy how throughout this race, BroMario has kept pretty much the same lead.
Right, I was just thinking the same thing. It's kind of rare for you to see a player maintain a pretty significant lead like this throughout a race.
I
But
normally don't think this, but Bro Mario's box star was really, really nice. He had so much speed when he jumped. It's not something you see a lot in runs.
yeah, and getting that really nice ground pound on the end to boot, that ground pound can be really difficult to time since you're having to go in for it blind.
Yeah, and he's going for the single star movement. Doesn't get it though. Was a little too close.
That's unfortunate. m0m0 saving a little bit of time there, but I mean, might not actually end up being able to really recover all of that lead in SL.
Yeah.
As
Alright.
consistent as BroMario's playing, let's see how the rest of the stage goes, though.
Oh, got like a 4-frame wall kick right there, but he barely gets up there. Pretty much the same lead for the most part.
Yep, about a star ahead, and we've only got 3 stages left, 18 stars. m0m0 definitely has a lot on the line at the moment. Gonna have to play really, really consistently, and at the end of the day, hope for BroMario to make a fairly significant mistakes in these last couple of stages.
Yeah. Has there been a race this close to where they barely lose any points? Like the loser would barely lose points?
I don't think so yet. A lot of the races so far have been about a minute apart plus. Been a fair number of incompleted races as well from people just losing so much time in the upstairs. Really unfortunate, especially when it's in like a TTC, for instance, just taking numerous falls, losing a minute 30 plus.
I know that feel.
Right? I mean, you can feel how close you are to the end of the run, and it just hurts. It really just hurts.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, a commentator getting called out by chat for quote unquote lacking. Not sure what commentator is lacking in, but I'm just trying to watch some Mario. I don't know what you're criticizing me for, man.
Was it me or did they specifically name you?
They specifically named me. I don't know what they meant though. Calling out comms in the chat. You know, it's a dog eat dog world here. But meanwhile, BroMario getting a very clean triple box jump, certainly not lacking on his end. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And let's see if m0m0's able to execute well.
Oh.
Ooh, not actually getting the triple jump. He was too far to the right on the box too.
Not retaining enough speed to get a triple jump out, but he did the kick triple jump.
And the actual mechanics of how the game decides whether or not to give you the triple, BroMario not getting the Christmas miracle, that's a shame. It's kind of weird, especially with that star in particular. Like a couple of other ones, you're actually having to put the stick back into neutral in between your first and second jump, I believe. But it's very difficult to not hold the stick entirely between the second and third jump and actually get it to register the third jump. It's really weird to have to practice over and over to be able to get just your stick movement precise enough that the game will actually register the triple jump every time.
Yeah. Oh, BroMario getting hit by a boulder. Mama also getting trolled, but not nearly as bad as with time loss. So Buff Runner is about to wrap up HMC. And it was Bro Mario!
Oh my god!
Oh my
This is what m0m0 needs! Oh man!
Are you
wow!
serious?
Probably like
I think he's still in the lead, but that is such
barely.
a huge time loss.
Yeah, that
And
makes the race a
Randall
lot closer.
slipping he's gonna go for elevator clip. Oh no. This is some stuff right here.
This is, oh man, that is, and not actually getting the long jump off of, or would that be it? But I commentator having a meltdown personally after BroMario with that Mario meltdown, man.
That was
the long
such a
jump.
huge mistake.
Right, that was not only did he get his A and Z presses mixed up, got them both late.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was just I think he may have just tried to start the long jump late, and when the Z press came through, he was already in the air, so the game thought it was a ground pound. Wow. That's something you don't see every day, that is for sure.
I've never seen that before. And
So they're just about neck and neck now. BroMario entering, getting the fade out at about 47. Let's see when m0m0 ends up getting it, but it's going to be about a probably 12-second race.
yeah, first lactate bounce.
Yeah, m0m0's got his work cut out for him already, but as we've seen before, Rainbow Road, Reset Ride, whatever you want to call this stage, it's claimed so many runs.
Yeah. The second one also good. BroMario slipping down, another fall in the late game.
Oh man, that's really rough to see.
Yeah, once you get the lactate bounce in your head, you're thinking, I'm playing it well. I should be fine. It's over. We can move on, and he just falls, and it's so bad.
And m0m0 pretty well taking a lead with that, ending up getting Cruiser Crossing out of Lakitu bounce, but BroMario having to go for red coins out of Lakitu bounce. That's something you don't see every day. Someone managing to get all the way up the pole and then failing on that last little bit of movement right there. But m0m0 kind of difficult to with all the action happening on screen, kind of hard to remember names at times. But BroMario, remembering the Lakitu bounce movement, getting it 2 for 2, really rare that you see someone having to go for it after getting it so perfectly the first time. But
okay, so they both have the same stars, so BroMario is rocking like a 5-second lead now.
If even that, just barely. Both of them finally in the castle at the same time after a star like that. Previously, the only times they've been in the castle with the same star count have been like when going between stages, not even on the re-entry. So m0m0 certainly making up a considerable amount of this lead. Tricky triangles going decently for BroMario, but having a bit of a slow ending to it. m0m0 seems to have gained maybe half a second there. Kind of curious about what exactly happened with that slow movement on that midsection.
Yeah, I think this is getting a little too close for comfort, actually.
It really is. m0m0 lead gets in the chat. I mean, that's really the theme of this run is just m0m0 getting away with everything.
Both wrapping up the chillest star in the stage.
Yeah, the easiest star in the game for sure. Nobody has ever made a mistake on Swinging in the Breeze. That has certainly never decided a race ever.
Oh, BroMario's gonna miss a cycle.
And m0m0, okay, able to talk to Toad pretty quickly.
I think BroMario barely entered fast. Okay, he did. Oh,
but failing the triple jump on time moving, no. Gonna be wasting a pretty considerable amount of time. Meanwhile, m0m0.
Oh, he's gonna die.
m0m0 with a firm lead. m0m0 lead gets in the chat. I'm sure chat's about to just explode in about a minute. Beautiful triple jump off of that just small sliver of platform.
Yeah, this is so crazy.
Yep. So m0m0 with a decent lead at the moment. Not going to say that it's commanding yet because still has TTC 100 to go through, but it is certainly not a lead to be messed with.
I don't know what happened to BroMario, but he re-entered time moving. When you die, you're supposed to enter time stopped.
Yeah, maybe just forgetting. Maybe I mean, who knows? Honestly, very, very peculiar decision making on BroMario's end, but he's getting the triple jump on time moving now very consistently. But I mean, m0m0's already got his lead going.
Yeah,
and getting bopped by that pendulum, that's one you don't see too often. I mean, the pendulum cycle is long enough that, and you're able to get a decent enough view of it that you're able to adjust a little bit if it's in your way like that. But BroMario showing what can happen if you're not actually able to adjust.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's gonna be little time losses that eat really, really deeply into BroMario's run here. I mean, aside from those two major deaths, both in HMC and now in TTC, It I think he's only giving m0m0 more of a lead by missing a decent number of strats here.
Oh, and m0m0 missing a decent number of like jumps over to the things. I just lost my entire train of thought.
I mean, it's fine. Decent number of strats, not the best sentence ever made in the English language, that's for sure. But both these guys now on that 100 coin grind. m0m0 losing a decent amount of his lead already, but still maintaining a good 10 seconds or so over BroMario, if not 15.
And something to note is m0m0 entered TTC with Toad.
Yep, that's something I'd entirely forgotten about. So that's another good 20 seconds or so that BroMario is gonna have to deal with losing after he finally gets done with the stage that has got to have him tilted at this point.
Oh no, he's gonna fall so far. He's dead, I think. Oh no.
That's possibly the race. Wow. m0m0 getting 100 coin, making it look easy. No real issues to speak of. Having trouble getting on top of the thwomp, but nowhere near as big of a problem as BroMario had. How many coins did BroMario have? That was at 70 coins, right?
Yeah.
Really, really rough time. And I mean, that's the deal with TTC 100. It's such a unforgiving star. I mean, the real big death points, and almost taking another death there, if not for the ledge grab. I mean, the really big trip points are pretty well towards the end here. It's not one of those stars that you're gonna die like after getting 10 coins. It's after you get 60, 70, even 90 in some cases that you're gonna be taking that big fall.
Yeah. BroMario is struggling so much right now, TTC.
Yeah, m0m0 just running away with it. He's gonna be exiting pretty well on a mid 51 pace, looks like. Maybe low 52 if everything goes as planned.
BroMario finally wrapping up 100 coin.
Yeah, m0m0 nice side flips throughout these red coins.
Missing the ground pound, but it doesn't hurt him at all with this lead.
Not at all, no. Maybe like I don't even know how little time loss that is. Certainly nowhere near what BroMario is having to contend with all of his mistakes in HMC or TTC.
Yeah.
The huge misleading clock. That is this stage. Huge mistake clock. There we go. I don't know why that one didn't occur to me first, given the way BroMario's been playing this, but... And another huge mistake! He cannot get out of this stage for anything. Can't even get the triple jump now.
The cheeky triple jump.
And that's kind of another one where the neutral movement comes into play a bit, and a bonk at the end with the bars not even moving.
He's gonna fall all the way down.
Oh no!
What's happening? He doesn't know how to get out. What?
Big oof. Big oof. If there haven't already been, we need some hands in chat. We need some Pepe hands. We need some not like this. There needs to be all sorts of emotes of various people holding their hands in front of their face, questioning why their luck has turned so sour. But it's not even luck at this point. BroMario just not able to execute. m0m0, meanwhile, making it happen. If he gets his 3 throws here, that's a cool low 52 to cap off what's been a nice run showing off his consistency. You know, a few pretty decent mistakes here and there, but ultimately m0m0 is winning this on the back of consistency.
Yeah, 52 in a D2 race is pretty decent. That's about what you'd want to get. You can do pretty well against most opponents.
Yeah, I mean, in D2, you're really not expecting to see anyone pull out a 48 or a 49, but a 52 will get you very far. That is for sure.
m0m0 wrapping up with almost a mid 52.
giving us that done in the chat. 52-25. We just love those palindrome times here at GSA. Let's see what BroMario is able to swing here, as we see if m0m0 is able to join us for a post-race interview.
Yeah, BroMario doing a fast triple jump right there. Try to go for m0m0, but not having it. Platform is way too high. Getting knocked down by the glitchy little thing on the elevator. The elevator's hitbox, like the cylinder can like push you off with a certain platform. BroMario having a lot of time getting up. This is a lot of time loss that he shouldn't be eating right now. Points matter so much in the league.
You know, I wonder if that mistake after Lakitu bounce just tilted him beyond belief.
No, he almost dies.
Yeah, not even grabbing coins, playing it pretty risky at the moment.
He has the heart still. I don't know if he doesn't go for the heart either. Oh my god.
And still not going for it after that near-death experience. You would think that he would there, but... I'm thinking that mistake on Lakitu bounce, or post-Lakitu bounce, really messed with him.
BroMario, dude, no!
Long jump right off the stage! Man! That is the only explanation I can come up with, is that after making that cruiser mistake, he's just been so tilted and just has not been able to recover. I mean, it looks like he kind of got it back together towards the end of Rainbow Ride, but once he went into TTC, it was over. With that time moving entry mistake and the death right after, that was, I mean, he's just let those mistakes pile on top of each other endlessly.
Yeah, do you know what's the time differential that you can have before you don't get any points at all?
I believe it's 3 minutes, so he's pretty well costed himself any points with that long jump. So just really, really unfortunate ending to this run. 13-second or so lead consistently throughout, even after that just ridiculous death in HMC, still maintaining a good 5 to 10 second lead. And for this is the result. In fact, you know what? After that just big cruiser crossing mistake, he still had a lead. He could have made this run still work, but TTC just cost him dearly, and just to cap it all off, missing throws.
Yeah. At this point, there's not much he could do. It's pretty sad that TTC happened. And he's still having trouble. Goes for a remote tail grab.
Yeah, getting that glitched grab just to try to save a little bit of face, but certainly not what you want to see to cap off any given race, and especially one that was going so well, honestly.
Yeah.
But coming in with a 56 OX, I mean, certainly a decent time. Resetting instantly, though, not proud of that time whatsoever. And you got to sympathize with how well this run was going. I mean, this run was on high 51 pace until Tippy. So let's see now if we're able to get these guys in for a post-race interview here. Going to be able to join here shortly.
BroMario and m0m0 hopping in about the same time. Gotta make this one quick, guys. First of all, congrats, m0m0. You played consistent throughout the entire race.
Thanks.
Was a bit behind for a majority of the race, going all the way to Rainbow Ride, where you're 3 seconds behind going to TTC. But for BroMario, TTC just wasn't your day, dude.
Yeah, TTC is hard, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, BroMario, what was going through your head toward the end of that race? Because it was just beautiful consistency all the way up through. Really, that major mistake in HMC seemed to be kind of the tipping point. Especially what was going through your head after getting Lakitu bounce, but just failing that last little bit of movement?
After I saw that Momo finish, I pretty much just stopped caring about it. And when I started messing up in Tippy, it just kept getting hard. I was like having trouble focusing.
Certainly understandable, and especially in a stage like TTC that requires just such intense focus. m0m0, were you watching the stream at all, and were you kind of aware of what was going on as far as your deficit and then lead at the very end there?
Not really. I only saw the chat and not the stream. But someone told me I was behind, and so I was a little bit nervous. But
So
TP was decent.
Yeah, sadly we don't have that much time. We're gonna have to transition. Thank you all for watching this race. Didn't turn out how we thought it would near the end, but it was still a good race to watch.
Yep, and again, GG's to both our racers. Stick around, everyone. We've got more exciting GSA content for you, but in case you're not able to, thanks so much for watching, and we hope to see you around.